Well, if you're a parent, I'm sure watching your kid go off to school for the first time is never easy, especially if they're away from home and that new home is college. That's why here on WTOL 11 this morning, we are working to bring you resources on how to support your new college student. This morning, we are joined with BGSU Dean of Students, Chris Bullins. Chris, thanks so much for joining us this Saturday morning.
Good morning, and thank you for the opportunity.
So, Chris, can you share with us a little bit about your role on campus and how you interact with the students at BGSU every day?
Certainly. So, as the Dean of Students, I'm here for our students from the day that they arrive at orientation through their graduation, and I interact in a variety of ways, whether it's speaking to them at orientation in large groups, to being present on campus and answering questions that students have. This first week I've been out greeting individuals and helping them find their way around, to ultimately meeting with them one-on-one in my office if there's specific questions that I can answer for them about how to be successful at the university. So I'm always available.
And at BGSU, you all are focused on making sure the parents also have an active role in this student experience. So what is your goal there, and what does that look like?
Yeah, we talk at orientation a lot with our families about this partnership between the institution, the student, and the family, and that their involvement is going to be as critical as it has ever been in the lives of their student, but it's just going to look different. And the metaphor that I use with them is like teaching their student how to drive, right? They're going to be moving over to the passenger seat. They're going to be making less of the direct day-to-day decisions, but they need to be active. They need to know what's going on in their students' lives. They need to be able to influence it and help them, remember important things that maybe need to be taken care of, but also to celebrate their successes with them and share life advice about, things that worked for them or things that the student might be able to try differently as they're working through this process of becoming a young adult.
And there's definitely a balance for these new college students going off on their own. They may need more help. They may want less help, wanting to do it all on their own. So what is your advice to parents or loved ones as they help their loved one into that transition to college?
Yeah, negotiating that relationship can always be tough, right? And how much independence versus how much codependence. I think a couple things. Number one, communication is critical. Talking often, talking about the things you want to talk about, what we want shared, how we want to hear updates. I think the other thing is staying engaged and educated. We work really hard to give resources to our families, whether it's through a website, through presentations, through our monthly Facebook Q&A events, so that they know what's happening on campus and can bring that up to their students. And we also want our families to be engaged and feel like a member of the community here, so that, again, they know what's happening on campus. And so I would advise them to, come to campus, participate in things like Family Weekend, come up for the weekend and go to an athletic event or take their student out in town. And again, just keep those lines of communication open about any topics that their student wants to explore.
For those kids who do go to college and they stay on campus, that's really their home away from home. That's something that BGSU says. So how are you guys dedicated to this idea, and what inspires that?
Yeah, one of the hallmarks, I think, of Bowling Green State University is our commitment to belonging and hearing our students talk about that. And so from day one, it's about welcoming them to our learning community as they're moving into the residence halls, making sure that they're meeting the staff that are there to support them, that they're meeting other people on the floor, that they're working with their roommate to establish, how they want that rooming environment to work. And then from there, just our vibrant campus life. Getting out of that room and participating in a student organization, a club on campus, working on campus, getting to know their faculty members. And again, we are such a familial environment here that I really think that's open to students from day one. And when all we need them to do is to be open to that and to be curious about trying new things and get them connected.
Chris, you're really making me feel at home, and I don't even go to college anymore.
Thank you very much.
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us on this Saturday morning.
Absolutely. Thank you.